Yo, what's up, guys? Corey Sandman here. I'm sitting in my sweat tent that I got. It's a portable sauna that is heated by wood, which I love. I just like the smell of it. I love it. Reminds me of camping. It's heated fully by that. It's already hot as shit in here. Actually, really hot. I didn't want to shoot a video and be sweating my ass off too much, so I actually opened the door so it feels nice and hot, and then there's a cool breeze or whatever. But sweat tent is kind of about mental and physical health big time, which I'm also about big time. One major key thing, because they asked me to make a video about just things that I think will help people mentally. Obviously, like, there's physical benefits to sweating and all of that stuff, which are super important. It gets out toxins, which is the reason I like it. I obviously do it so that I can get, used to sweating, because it's really important just for, cutting weight and all of that stuff. But more than anything, I kind of wanted to talk about this mental health idea that I mentioned a little bit on Rogan, but it's kind of this idea of the watcher of your thoughts, okay? Like, meditation and all of that stuff has been super westernized. I'm not an expert on the eastern part at all, but I do think that the West is a little bit like new to the idea of this watcher of the thoughts, okay? When you're told to sit down and meditate, no one really tells you exactly what to do. They just kind of tell you to just watch your thoughts and have them go by like a cloud or whatever. I find that that's really challenging, especially just kind of being a thinker a little bit. So I like to do a little bit of a different style, to where I like to watch a thought and then kind of just see where it comes from and what it's rooted in and what belief system does it come from, so that I can kind of like dissect what I'm thinking about, which has a lot to do with who I am as a person and how I behave and the ways that I talk to people and all of that stuff. So being a watcher of your thoughts and then being able to identify different thoughts that you're having and then question them, ask them if they're real, ask them who it is that's saying that, if it's something that you don't like. If it's something that you do like, maybe spending a little bit of time liking it and enjoying being in your thoughts, because I think that can be fun sometimes too and helpful. Another piece of it, sorry, it's hot. Another piece of it too is going to be when you become this watcher of your thoughts, it makes it so that you can separate yourself from your thoughts, which I believe is the first step in becoming in control of you as a person. Once you start to step away from all of these thoughts and all of these different types of people that you kind of are in your psyche, you can step away from them and then kind of label them, which is what I like doing. I like naming each one. I like saying that the angry voice inside me, or a pissed off me, or I'm just being grumpy that day. I just name that, all of those thoughts, something else, and I separate it from my actual like watcher of my thoughts myself. A really good book to read is called Taming Your Gremlins. It really helps a lot, just kind of point out which ones, just like how you have all of these different people inside. Sometimes there's like a lazy person inside. I'll like name them Al or whatever. I think I named the lazy one Al, and then I named the angry one Samson. There's also like thoughts that I really like about myself that I'll also name, because you can't just get rid of all of the bad stuff too in order to kind of like build from scratch. You want to kind of get rid of everything a little bit, or at least separate yourself from everything. Once you do that, you can also separate yourself from your body. Once you've kind of gotten comfortable with this thoughts, I'm separate from my thoughts. Now I'm separate from my body. So no matter how tired I am in my body, I can separate myself from that and see that even though I'm tired, I can still push through this thing. My body is tired, but me, the thought that's watching my body being tired, is not tired. It knows what to do. And it's kind of this like idea of, as cliche as it is, however rough the waters are ahead, the waters are always still underneath, which is obviously really important in my sport, being a UFC fighter. So big time, I would encourage you guys to start playing with that idea, playing with being the watcher of your thoughts, playing with naming the thoughts that you have that are out there, or the thoughts that are in your brain that maybe you don't like, or can sometimes be distracting from you just being present and you trying to just exist in every moment that you can in life. Do that. Separate yourself from your body. Do hard things like sitting inside of a sauna. Um, Let your body get tired and let it feel like it's broken, and separate yourself from that. It makes you mentally strong. Um, but the mentally strong people are just people that are able to separate themselves from the stress, the thoughts, the challenges of life, and be something that is above that. So, good luck and all that. Check out Sweat Tent. This thing is seriously awesome. It's really, really high quality. Again, the wood smells super good, which I really like. So it kind of cooled off a lot in here, so it kind of feels better than before, because it got pretty hot before. But I'm going to crank out an actual sweat now, so I'm not all sweaty on video. Peace. I love you guys. I hope that helps. Bye.